so you kind of touched on what I'm about to ask next a little bit already, but I'll still ask you. The question is, what are your thoughts on the music industry?
It's dangerous, man. It very much is. Yeah, you know, it's hard and it's dangerous. So I first, before I touch on the dangerous, I want to touch on how hard it is. People don't support you, man, until you big. You know, that's why it's so hard. Like, people see how big Drake is. People see how big Lamar is. People see how big Cole is. People see how big 21 Savage and Lil Baby and Dub Baby and all these people are. But they weren't always this big. And why weren't they always this big? Because they didn't have that support. But what they did have is a strong core group. A lot of us young artists don't have that strong core group. Because mind you, I moved from Alabama to New Jersey to New York. So my roots are everywhere, but I'm not supported everywhere. Like, you're probably one of the only people in Alabama that knew me, that still listen to my music. Mm-hmm. Like, they have me on Facebook, yep, but they scroll right past the links. They scroll right past, and even so, they might tap in for one song, two songs, and it's not their style, so they don't share it or they don't give it another chance. And mind you, I make a lot of music that you got to listen to over. None of my music is going to hit you that first time, except for like songs like you like Chase the Bag and Out the Dirt. That'll hit you those times because those are those type songs. But a lot of the music I make are, for example, you listen to Drake. If I go back and I look at views as my primary example, because if I look at views on the album views, the song views, I didn't like that much the first time. I ain't like it that much the second time. I ain't like it that much the third time. But over time, going back and listening to it, now I'm like, oh, I get it now. You know what? That actually hit different. That he actually really talking about something, because I took the time to listen to it multiple times. So it can be hard in this industry because your friends, as you start, not really gonna do that for you. They're gonna be too busy worrying about listening to the next Drake album, the next Kendrick album, Cole album, Lil Baby, Dub Baby. They too busy supporting the other artists that are already big in this industry. That's what we do as a community, though. We support the people that already they got support. Why we supporting them? They got 1 million fans. You can't even support the dude right next to you. When I get on, everybody gets on around me. But we don't think like that. We don't believe in that. And that's why I'm not where I should be, genuinely. Because I think my music is at a spot where I can be on a public radio. I have the look to get in front of audiences. I appeal to every culture. I appeal to both genders. I can make music all around. Mm-hmm. I can be on a stage. I can perform, but I don't have that support from the people that I considered in the past, my core group, to be in that position. So that makes it hard. It's hard. It's a struggle. And you get burnt out, write a block. You can't always write songs. And mind you, as an artist, even as a reporter, because you want to be a reporter, I believe. Yeah. You can't do this type of stuff if you don't go live life. And it's hard to live life when you broke, you're struggling, and you got bills and yada yada. Like, it's hard to live life. And as a musician, you get burnt out because you run out of stuff to talk about. Like, I can't talk about my same ex on the next album. Like, they tired of hearing about the same ex. They done heard about this girl 17 times already. They like, move on, bro. It's like you got to find new stuff to write about. And the dangerous part is, like I said earlier, people try to take advantage of you. And being broke is like drowning. Somebody offers you a hand and you drown and you gonna grab it. So you walk into a room, and I've been and I'm one that already say I might mess up like that. I probably will mess up like that. And I'm okay with that at this point in life, because I just have to work it out and figure out my way out of it. Like Young Thug, he went and signed the worst deal ever, 360. he made his, but he had a plan. So
Yeah.
it's like drowning. You step into that room, you've been broke all your life, and here's somebody right here across the table with a suitcase, $500,000 in it right now. Sign a piece of paper. I'm not reading that piece of paper, nigga. Sign. You had it. Hey, give me that money, man. I don't know what I just signed. I don't care what I just signed. I got this $500,000 though. We out the hood now. And that's how people think. So it's dangerous because I can't tell you not to think that way, because I think that way. And I understand why you think that way. You've been drowning all your life. You got debt. Your mama got debt. Your daddy got debt. You want a life. You want to go have some fun. You sick of working this 9 to 5. You sick of flipping burgers at Wendy's and McDonald's. So the second somebody hands you a piece of paper saying, I got X amount of money for you, you gonna sign it, man. You're not gonna turn it down. You know, a lot of people say, oh, yeah, I'm gonna turn it down. It wouldn't be me. I'm gonna stay independent. Man, bull crap. If a label called you in tomorrow, had $1 million sitting in a briefcase right next to you, and said, sign this 6-album deal, you don't receive none of the residuals, and you be working half of your life to get out this deal. If you don't work the right way, you still signing it, because all that matters is that $1 million sitting right next to you. So it's dangerous. It is.
Yeah, you said some deep stuff there, man. Like, I mean, I kind of knew it was that dangerous, but at the same time, I didn't know. Ooh. So that leads me to my next question. Do you believe some of the things that other people say about the industry, like, in other words, like, of course, you got the number one thing that people say about the music industry, and that's being part of the Illuminati. So yeah. I mean, like, so do you think it's real?
That's a hard thing for me to say. I look at my idols. There are signs. If you watch conspiracy theories videos and you're the type of person who goes deep into it and look into it like that, then sure. I don't think everybody's evil. I don't think everybody has false intentions. I think there's definitely higher ups controlling things. And if you piss them off, you don't have a career. If you piss them off, you can lose family.
Yeah.
You can be killed. If you get into a room and you see something you're not supposed to see, you can be killed. If you do the wrong things, that's just how it works, man. You know, it may be real. Like I said, it may not be real. I can't tell you because I haven't touched bases with that. I haven't made it to the part of my career where I've stepped into those rooms. Like, you have my favorite comedian, like Cat Williams, who made it to some of those places and stepped into some of those rooms, and he says it's real. A lot of people say it is real. Mm-hmm. But I haven't made it to those places to say that it ain't real or it is real. I can only tell you that the signs and signals point to there is something going on. And whenever there is money, there is evil. And whenever there's money, there's a lot going on in the background. Always, I think people should always remember that. Wherever you see money, it ain't all good, man. It ain't all good. Never, it never is, it never will be, it never has been. If somebody got a lot of, dating back to the old ages, the white people had a lot of money. What was behind it? Slavery. Like, these people in the industry got a lot of money. It ain't all just because they music. It ain't all just because they look good. It may be sex. It may be bribes. It may be this. It may be that. It's just how it goes, man. You know, and if you feel like you can live with that, live with that. If you can't, then this ain't the industry for you. I've come to an agreement with myself, my body, my mind, my soul, Jesus, God, whoever you believe in, that I can handle it. And if I take the wrong path, he'll lead me back.
Most definitely.